It's Fernando Ruiz Art.
Hi everybody, welcome to this video, and today we got a special one for you. Now the last couple of videos we've been doing some more technical stuff, learning about perspective, and I think I may turn the paper horizontally for this one because who I'm drawing isn't all that tall. And I want to leave room for a second character. So I've been doing some technical videos of late with our studies in perspective. And so I thought for this video I'd mix it up and do a requested character. This is a private commission for a real loyal fan, huge Die Kitty Die supporter, Stephanie Bednarz, and I hope I'm getting her last name right. I'm probably butchering it. But Stephanie, she has commissioned a Mario, Mario from Mario and Luigi. She's actually commissioned both Mario and Luigi, but I think we'll probably just get through Mario in this video. So if you see, and this is going to be my first Mario, so please let me know in the comments below on how close I am, or if I totally missed the mark and I have no business drawing Mario. And of course I've Googled lots of Mario here, so this is what I'm going by. Okay, so that's there's my Mario reference. So whenever I draw a new character, and this is one of the things, it just lets me, it allows me to draw all different types of characters, whether they're realistic characters or more traditionally realistic characters, like say a Batman or a Superman, or a cartoonier character like Archie, or a really cartoonier character like Mario over here. One of the things that I want to do is kind of look for the formula that goes into his body, his physical type. So Mario here has a fairly big head compared to his body. His body is kind of ball-like. He has fairly long legs. Although, looking at Luigi, of course, has longer ones. So Mario's got long legs, but he's short. He's got your classic Bigfoot feet, as a lot of early cartoon characters did. So what I do is I try and look for that basic shape makeup that will go into the character. And that's what I start out with, just this sort of very basic shape mannequin. And sometimes as I'm laying down those basic shapes, I sometimes can't resist, and I throw down some of the little details too. Mario's got his hat. And his hat seems to stretch back behind his ear. He's got the big ball nose. He's got fairly big eyes. I know it may seem shocking, but I did catch the early stages of Mario. Well, not when he was a character from Japan, I believe, but I was certainly there as a kid when Donkey Kong made its big splash, and much later on when Mario broke out on his own, it seemed, in the Super Mario Brothers, was that it? And believe it or not, I did have a Nintendo console myself, so my association with video games was very early, very brief. Well, maybe not so brief, but it was mostly those earlier games. I of course was there for the Atari, the great Atari 2600, the grandfather of all these games. In fact, actually, I inherited a Wonder Wizard from my older brother. And if you're wondering what a Wonder Wizard was, that was that really early console that you plugged into your TV. And the Wonder Wizard had only three games programmed into it. Pong, the classic Pong, a form of, it was either hockey or maybe it was, yeah, I think it was hockey. And then the solo game, which was, one-man racquetball, I guess, where you just bounce the cursor, the little square thing, off the wall. And that was it. That was it. And that was in the very early 70s. I remember getting that. Or I remember my brother getting it for Christmas one year. And we played it for a little while. But it wasn't until the 2600 came along that we really went into the video games more strongly. And believe it or not, and I was a big one to get a lot of cartridges, and had a nice collection of cartridges. And I remember the famous 1-2 punch of the horrible E.T., the extraterrestrial, and the also horrible Raiders of the Lost Ark video games. Those killed my interest in Atari. Those were such horrible games. They absolutely just murdered my my interest in this whole thing. And surprisingly enough, after those two turned me off of video games, I think his nose should be a little larger. Yeah. I will be inking Mario and giving him colors, but I don't think I'll be doing that in this video. He's got one big button here. So after Raiders and E.T. the extraterrestrial utterly squashed my interest in video games, what did I come back to? Combat. Combat was the cartridge you got for free with the Atari. And believe it or not, at the very end, Combat was a real good one-on-one game. If you were just playing another person and you just wanted a sort of a duel, sort of a fight kind of a game, Combat was good for that. And you had a few different games in there. You could fight with tanks, you could fight with planes. I think towards the end, my brother and I were just playing ricochet tanks in a maze all the time. That seemed to be our game of choice. So how's Mario looking? Is he looking Mario-ish? I gotta get a Luigi in here, and like I said, Luigi will be in another video. And I hope my students are digging this one, because we had talked about Mario before. My students sometimes help me with my programming, giving me ideas and requests. And of course, sometimes they unintentionally sabotage me. They betray me with some of their ideas. That's why I haven't done any more manga. Now, I'll do some manga, though. I'll give in. I'll court that audience, too. I want everybody to watch these videos. Okay, so I'm looking at these guys, and it seems like they do have all 5 fingers. I hope. If I got that wrong, please correct me in the comments, and try to do that before I ink this thing. So Mario here is almost done. I may be uploading a few more videos this week. given our current situation in the world today, we are the Kubert School is working remotely. So I thought it'd be good to make a few videos that my students could watch online, maybe on a variety of topics. I am going to be picking up the perspective again. Don't think I'm abandoning it. And I may do a few things that may pertain to what my students are working on currently in class. So you may see some of that. But my point is keep paying attention, because keep paying attention to the channel. And certainly if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I need subscribers. We have been getting quite a few lately. And that's always good. Thank you for subscribing. Please let me know what you think about the channel, if you've been enjoying it. So Mario here is almost done. Another game that we ended up playing at the very end. This was when I was in college, and one of my friends, we had an art lounge, and one of my friends dusted off his old 2600. And he brought it into school. We installed it in an old TV that we had in our rec room. And what we ended up playing the most was Warlords. I don't know if anybody remembers that game, but that ended up being it caught on, because Warlords is one of these great competitive type games where you have to take out the other guy, and 4 people could play at once. So it was good. You know, a lot of us would gather in there and have matches and try and kill each other. All right, so how's Mario? Maybe his head here is a little too rounded. I'm gonna give him a little bit more of a cheek. What do you think? You like my Mario? You can tell me if you hate him in the comments below. Okay, so that's Mario, and I don't know if I'll do a whole other video for Luigi. I will be posting Luigi to my social media, so please follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you don't already. And of course, as always, I have to ask you, please click like, because that really helps out the video. Please feel free to share my videos anywhere and hopefully everywhere. Okay? Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, keep drawing. Keep drawing.